What's up, guys? Welcome to the Metal Roofing channel. I'm Thad Barnette. One of the questions we get most often is which panel profile is right for my standing seam metal roofing project. And while Sheffield Metals doesn't offer finished panels, we do offer a variety of testing and engineering on panels that are run out of NewTek machinery roll formers. So to help the panel profile selection process go smoother, we created a simple online quiz to help give you a few recommendations based on your project's specifications. Why don't we take a look at a few different scenarios so you can get an idea of how it works. All right, I have the profile selection tool pulled up on sheffieldmetals.com. Let's take a look. All right, starting the quiz here, I'm gonna click Pick Your Profile. And now it's gonna ask our three questions. The first question is your project residential or commercial? Let's do a residential project to start. From here, it'll ask, what's your project's deck substrate? I'm gonna select plywood, and then we'll select our project's lowest slope. This is important because there are minimum slope requirements for panel profiles. Some profiles can go down to a lower slope, while other profiles can't go down as far. So we're gonna select our project's lowest slope. For this project, I know the lowest slope is a 412, so I'm gonna select 312 or greater. And here are three options that the panel profile selector tool has given to us. The first one is the SMI 1.5" snap lock 550 profile. The second is the SMI 1.5" mechanical seam profile. And the third is the SMI 1.5" snap lock 450 profile. So 2 snap lock profiles and 1 mechanical seam profile, all three of them 1.5" in rib height. Let's try a commercial project. I'm gonna click Retake Assessment. Is your project residential or commercial? I'll choose commercial. And this time for my project's deck substrate, I'm gonna select metal decking. I know my project's lowest slope is between a 212 and a 312. And this time we got 4 recommendations. All 4 of these panel profiles could potentially work for my project. The 2-inch mechanical, 1 3/4 snap lock, 1.5" mechanical, and 1.5" snap lock 550. And now it's up to me to double check that these profiles will match and be able to perform on my project's requirements. I can simply click View Profile on any one of these to be taken to the profile page on sheffieldmetals.com. And here you can see I can download the cut sheet, installation details, any number of engineering and testing documents, as well as FBC TDI approvals and warranty documentation as well. I can also download the Sheffield Metals Quick Reference Guide for panel profiles so that I can directly compare on a spreadsheet what all of these different profiles will offer. If you'd like to narrow down these options further, I'd recommend checking out the Learning Center on sheffieldmetals.com for any of our panel profile content. Some profiles are better for certain locations, while other profiles are better for certain types of installations. So it just depends on your project's requirements, but this will at least give you a starting point so you're not comparing 11, 12, 13 different panel profiles. You're only comparing 2, 3, or 4. Let's do one more. I'm gonna select residential again, plywood for my deck substrate, and I'm gonna choose between a 212 and a 312 for my project's lowest slope. So now my options have been narrowed down even further for this particular example. I've got the 1.5" snap lock 550 profile and the 1.5" mechanical seam profile. These two were chosen because of that slope parameter between a 212 and a 312. If you remember from our first residential example, we had the SMI 1.5" snap lock 450 on the list as well. However, that panel profile cannot go below a 312. So that is why we only have these two options here. So as you can see, you kind of get a starting point for which profile might best suit your project's requirements based on these 3 simple questions. From there, it's up to you to continue narrowing down those results based on your project's requirements. And there you go, the Sheffield Metals Panel Profile Selection Tool is a super easy way to narrow down a panel profile for your next project. If you've got any questions, comment down below. And like I said earlier, I encourage you to check out the Sheffield Metals Learning Center to learn even more about which profile is best for you. Thanks for watching. Subscribe here to the Metal Roofing channel. As always, I'm Thad Barnette. We'll catch you next time.